Hey everybody, it's Andrea. Before we start today's show, I have a super quick announcement to share with you. In May, my College to Career Academy will hold a series of live weekend boot camps to help graduating seniors as well as juniors who are confused about what jobs and careers they might want to pursue when they graduate. So imagine going from confused to confident with at least 3 different career options you'd be psyched to explore by the end of day 1 of the boot camp, and then learning the tools, tactics, and the strategies to find those jobs by the end of day 2. The boot camp is live and it's led by me over Zoom, and you can learn more about it at College to Career Academy. That's college, the number 2, career.academy. Or you can just look me up on LinkedIn and check out the featured section of my LinkedIn page. I can't imagine a better graduation gift for the college students in your life. Thanks so much for listening, and I know you're going to enjoy my next incredible guest. Hi there, I'm Andrea Koppel, and it's time for coffee, the podcast where you get to hear firsthand what the jobs and careers that interest you the most are really like. Hey there, Java Junkies. Welcome to another K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. By the way, K-Cups come in 3 sizes, single, double, and triple shots, or roughly 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes in length. So if you don't have time to throw back an entire caffeinated career conversation, these K-Cup mini episodes of T4C can give you a quick caffeinated fix, whether you're on the go or you only have a few minutes to binge. So grab your mug and take a chug, because it's time for a caffeinated career triple shot K-Cup with my guest, Katrina Kibben. Well, speaking of futures, there is obviously a huge transition that college students go through when they leave behind that world where they've been students for 16 years to transition into the workforce. And I'd like to flash back really quickly to when you were in college. You went to Pennsylvania State University, the Erie campus, and you majored in communications. Did you know what you were going to do with that degree, Katrina, when you graduated?
No, God, no. All right. So when I was a kid, I thought I would be in the Army. And then I thought I would be an Army doctor. And then I dumped both of those dreams and was like, absolutely not. I thought I'd be a teacher. And then my next stop was I thought I would work at an ad agency. I wanted to do that, I wanted to write Super Bowl ads. I wanted to create, these beautiful campaigns. And I went and worked at an ad agency and I did not enjoy it. I had an internship that gave me that little sample. So when I walked out of college, genuinely, and I say this 100% honestly, I had no idea where I was going. I just started applying.
What was your first job and how did you get it?
My first job out of college, I worked for a Kaplan tutoring center teaching kids 4 to 14 how to read.
Yeah.
And I got that job through a very rigorous application process at the main campus of Penn State, where they did, 2 days worth of interviews, and you had to sit in your suit and go to a group interview and then go to a classroom interview and then take a test and then go to a one-on-one interview. And at the end of that marathon, they offered me a job. And about 11 months into that job, I taught a little girl named Hope, and believe me, I've recognized the irony of this. I taught a little girl named Hope how to read, and Hope's dad came in one day. And long story short, at one point during our sales conversation, I'm doing the whole pitch and he gives me a weird look and I'm like, what? Because I had no filter. I was 21. And he says to me, you know what? I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to work for me. I like you. You're smart. Come here on this day and we'll get you set up. I'm not kidding. That man offered me double my salary without ever asking what I was making. He put me with the most incredible mentors that I couldn't have asked for better people to work for and with. And he changed my entire life. And if Clint Hyden is listening to this or anyone who knows him, please tell him that I will forever be grateful to him.
So was that when you moved to Visual CV?
Exactly. He was the founder of Visual CV, and he put me on this path of HR and recruiting. He was a founder of a recruiting firm, and he believed that we should be online, that resumes should be online. Really? He created the first LinkedIn without the networking component.
Incredible. So I'm going to fast forward here. You then moved to become a social media ninja at Monster Worldwide. You worked there for about 18 months. Yeah. You then pivoted to becoming director of marketing. I guess that was the CMO role for a cyber security services company. Is that right?
Actually, I had one other pit stop. So I went from monster.com to care.com because it's a very similar model. And there I was able to learn every channel of marketing. And I highly recommend this for every copywriter. You should know how marketing works before you specialize. Because if you do, you will be a better copywriter because you know the technical influence. So I managed everything from direct mail to $20 million TV campaigns. And my next stop from there was that CMO role with the cyber tech company, which was way outside of my realm. And that was really the only sidestep I made outside of the world of HR and recruiting because I came right back. I love it.
Yes. Then you worked as managing editor of recruitingdaily.com, which is a news site for the recruiting industry. And most recently, you worked as a technical copywriter for the employers brands at Randstad, which is a multinational human resource consulting company. Katrina, when you look in the rearview mirror, what is the common thread that you were pulling through each of these jobs?
I followed the ideas that I truly believed in. So when I walked into care.com, I knew the value of families having access to care, right? I was an Army brat. I can't imagine how often my mother did not have any support as a single mom traveling the world with a little kid. I can't imagine how hard it was for her to find a babysitter she trusted. And so that from that point forward, I knew if I followed incredible ideas, if I followed spaces where I could play and create a case study of my own life, that I would be in the right place. Because, I mean, right, you just read off. I was a CMO, a managing editor, and then a technical copywriter. I have never met anyone with that path. Maybe backwards, but not forwards.
Thanks for tuning in to this K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. If you want to listen to our entire caffeinated career conversation, please check out the show notes for this episode. Thanks so much for listening to Time for Coffee, where the professionals in the jobs that most interest you always have time to grab coffee 24/7, no matter where you live. I have one quick favor to ask you. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to Time for Coffee. Thanks so much.